Hello, Wolfmined here, and welcome back to another War Thunder video. Again, it's been quite a while since I put up the last video, or War Thunder video in general, but today we're going to be flying out the Germans, since this is my main nation I'm working on grinding up right now, especially with the new planes that are coming out 1.29, which is kind of what I wanted to focus this video on. If you didn't know yet, the dev server for update 1.29 for War Thunder started yesterday, and I believe it is also up today, but it will probably already be down by the time this video goes up. But there's quite a lot of nice new features. I'll save the planes for last, actually, since a lot of people are all like, oh, planes, planes, planes. But one of the things I at least look forward to the most is that they are lowering down the cost of researching like certain things. So generally, things are going to be typically cheaper to get. I believe is that a mosquito or a meteor over there? Not a mosquito. What the hell does he want with me? No matter. I'll just avoid him. I'm a tall anyway. I can outturn him. Or he can do a good job of keeping up with me for some reason. Jesus, this one is the mosquito turned this well. Already starting off this video doing circles with the mosquito. Yep. But that's okay for you. So, back to the update. So besides the fact that you can now research, like research costs less in general, you can also actually what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's like certain, like, to research, like, the rate is also increased to like by 25% at most in certain like places. Not sure what that means. Maybe different planes have like different research rates. I don't know. There's also a new map. I believe it's called Kursk. I think there's a domination version and a historical version that has the Germans versus the Russians, which is not the most fun of things. But with the new planes being added next update, then you kind of need that like Germans versus Russian kind of map, like another one. But let's see, we'll move on to planes now. Oh god, there's a bear cat. But generally, there are mostly jets that are new. God, that freaking bear cat! I spawned in and he's already on me. There. Arcade. How it'll never be the same as what it used to be. But there's a lot of new jets, mostly being with the Germans. Now, as we know, they for a while wanted to make paper airplanes be like the top dogs for the Russians, or no, sorry, Germans. Stuff like the HE1 or 262 HD3, I think that was what it's called. There, I got revenge on that guy. But basically, that was like a super HE262 that was supposedly supposed to go after sabers and kill sabers. Supposedly, like in like terms of how good it could do. It wouldn't actually do that, because obviously the Luftwaffe fell by then. But there are a new MiG-15 for the Germans. I believe that's for the east side of Germany, since Germany was divided at that time. But then there was also Canadian Air Sabre, which is basically Canada's version of the Sabre. That I believe just Canada built it, but it's pretty much the same thing as I think the version that's in the game is the same as the A5. Oh god. And pull up. There we go. Frickin' apocalypse. And the K4 is broken. At least it isn't as bad as it was like a few months ago. So yeah, and also there's another 262, and it's the C1 version, I believe, and it has the pretty much same engine, same performance, but it has the addition of a rocket in the tail. So I haven't been able to fly it because I haven't unlocked that far in Germany yet. I've been on the dev server and looked at everything. But my guess is that it has faster acceleration. Maybe not faster speed, but it might have faster acceleration. Considering that's a rocket. I don't know, that's my guess. I haven't seen any footage on it or flown it myself yet. I really should be flying my Focke-Wulfs. I don't really like the 109s. Focke-Wulfs are generally my favorite to go with. Especially with the TAW, since I freaking love that thing now that I finally unlocked it. Such a pretty plane, and it flies so well if you can stay away from mosquitoes for some reason. There's a D-13. I'm not going to catch up with that guy. I can at least try. Oh, he's dead. The Meteor F3 for some reason. There we go. At least try and do something while I attempt to talk to these planes. They're not really doing a good job of it. But I think that's all for the German. Oh no, there's also a new DO-217, which has the, I don't know how you pronounce it, but basically it's cannons that are in like the fuselage section of the plane that fire upwards at things. So the plane doesn't have to be straight behind, say, a bomber to kill it. It can stay below it and kill it from there, and basically meaning that only if it had like an undergunner, that would be the only gunner firing it from there, which is generally a lot safer if you're the pilot of the DO. I've got this LA-7 chasing me. That's just great. I think that's... No, there's also a new Focke-Wulf as well, the A1, I believe. Basically like the... I guess it's the first Focke-Wulf model that came out, besides prototypes. But it's at rank 2, and it has 2 cannons, surprisingly, at rank 2. Alright, we'll move on to Americans, which have... they have, well, generally, as I said, the update's mostly jets. And of course, I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. I don't have a magical list on the side of my screen. But oh well, it's not perfect. I'm trying to focus on flying at the same time. But first, there is a F-82, which if you don't know, is the twin Mustang. Which, supposedly, according, if any of you have ever read the release treat that they have on their website, the F-82 was supposed to be premium, at least it's under the premium slot, but it's actually not. It's right between the P-51 and the Shooting Star. But there's also a new Shooting Star added in the update, which personally the Shooting Star is my favorite jet in real life, and not really in the game. I haven't flown it enough. I haven't really flown that many jets too much, but I like the Sabres. I have the first 2 Sabres. Obviously, most of you probably don't know that since I don't make videos of them, and I don't really want to fly them out. Oh. Oh, I got him. Somehow. Oh, I set him on fire, that's why. It's like I didn't rip off any vital parts. Alright, let's stop messing around. Let's get in the Focke-Wulfs and actually get something done. So yeah, there's a new Shooting Star, the F-82 Twin Mustang, which... one of the most ridiculous planes out there, I have to say. I flew it around since I have it... Since I already have like the Mustang and the Shooting Star unlocked and bought and everything, I can test fly the F-82. And it's pretty much a bathtub, as you can expect, considering it's a giant thing. But it's cool. Has 650 cals in the center, which is good for targeting. Good for head-on, stuff like that, compared to having it in the wings like the regular Mustang. But I don't think it's going to be anything special. It's not going to be like a top-of-the-line plane you actually want to use. And we're going to lose this game. But I'll at least give it a shot. I'll give it a shot. Next there was the, I think, last edition for the American. Oh no, not the last. There was the F-84 Thunderjet, which is basically the same as the Shooting Star in terms of performance and how armament. I believe it could probably could perform a little better. I'm not sure. Then again, I've only test flown it. Seems to do fairly well under just flying around, derping around with it. Acts like a typical jet. Probably just has the same flight model as the Shooting Star right now, considering it's a dev server, not everything's complete. Alright, let's upgrade my crews. Head up for one more game so I can finish talking about these planes. Honestly, I'm pretty excited for this update, not only for the planes, but also for the RP changing. There's also the addition of user-made skins, which actually, people that are in the closed betas for tanks right now can actually experiment with that, and people have already been making skins, which is pretty cool. Basically, you just go into the files with the photo editor, edit it up, and it just pops onto the plane. So you could use it for making decals or totally new skins. I might end up fiddling around with it once the update comes out and see what kind of cool things I can make. Other than that, there's some new control fixes, graphic fixes, performance improvements, etc., etc. But back to planes, I believe that was all I had all that there was for Americans. Oh, there was also a new Corsair, which is basically the A1 version. Just I guess another version for the UMSC, I think it was. Not sure what that is. I'll have to probably look it up to figure out what that means, but that's for later. Next we'll go on to Russians, which obviously, of course, they're going to have a butt ton of planes. But actually, I think they got just as many planes as Germany got. So we'll start at the bottom. They had two new I-16s. One of them is basically the same, and another one has the two cannons, like the premium version has. However, the one with the two cannons that you can actually get without having to, the new non-premium one, actually has a battle rating of less than 2.0 with two cannons. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Hopefully they'll adjust that. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. Because that's going to be a pain at low tier. Then again, I would end up using it just for fun. That's all for prop-wise. They also have two new jets. The LA-15 and the LA-17. Or the 7... I think it's a... 17-4, I want to say. But basically it's the same as the LA-15. I look at the stat cards, it's like a little faster. But basically it's it's one of the basic jets. It wasn't special or anything. Kind of looks like a MiG-15, except the wings are mounted higher. It doesn't perform as well, of course. I think it performs as well as a MiG-9, maybe a little slower than a MiG-9. I have no idea. There's a Lancaster over there. That'll be fun to kill. Oh god, there's two Lancaster. Must be my lucky day. Ta loves to eat bombers for breakfast. And I think that's all, actually, for the Russians, surprisingly. I think they just have those two new jets and the two new I-16s. There might be more. I might be forgetting something obvious, but oh well. I'm not going to go after that Lancaster, because everyone on the team is already going after it. I'd rather go after that Tempest, but I just got to keep climbing. Of course, I keep forgetting. I could put the TA in arcade into a 30-degree climb. It'd be fine. With the D-13, that freaking thing is just a UFO. I hope that they end up changing it. I mean, that thing needs to be changed. It's just so broken. Oh god, I gotta head on with this guy. Aha! Luckily, German planes can head on better than British planes because my cannons are in the nose, and generally near the nose, while the Tempest is in the wing. But, there's a Lancaster down there, so let's go get it. So I believe that's all with the Soviets. Move on to the British, which actually got some love. A lot more love than the previous few updates that have been. But first they got a new premium plane, the Avenger, which is basically the Royal Navy's version of the Avenger that they got from the Americans. But that's kind of cool. I don't think I'm going to buy it. It's 1,000 Golden Eagles, and I don't like the original Lancaster to begin with. Or not Lancaster, Avenger. Have I been saying Lancaster this whole time just because I'm going after a Lancaster? Ah, silly me. Oh god, where are you going? It's hard to kill you when you do this, Lancaster. I still need to buy you. I've unlocked the Lancaster. I just haven't bought it. Are you kidding me? That other one? Oh god. That other one is still alive? Let's go fix that. Yeah, the new Avenger, and then there's 2 new Spitfires, which I am really excited for because I've been waiting for the... Well, I was really honestly waiting for the Mark 21, just because that one sounds the coolest, but they just added... Well, oh god. They just added the Mark 22 and the Mark 24, which I guess would be better than the 21. I mean, considering that it's a version up. Of course, that doesn't mean it's always better. But yeah, they're adding those 2, which are gonna be nice. Because for high-tier British right now, there's barely anything. The only good thing fighter you have is a Tempest. But actually, the Tempest still has a higher battle rating than the 2 new Spitfires. I test flew them, they seem a little underperforming. Then again, I've only flew the 22, maybe the 24 does better. But they kind of seem slow for what they say to be. They say to be a very fast Spitfire. Those supposedly go after all the high-performance fighters like the Fokker Bulls and the late 109s. But I'm excited to try those out. Basically, they're like the Spitfire Mark 5C that's already in the game, like in terms of how they look cannon-wise, because their cannons are like scrunched up together. But it's actually very long and thin for more aerodynamic, obviously, and goes much faster because it has a different engine. I believe it has the Griffin engine in it instead of the Merlin engine. But yeah, those are going to be cool. I think that's all. That's all being added is the 2 Spitfires. I might be wrong. Again, I don't have the list right next to me. I just remember what I saw from yesterday. Looks like that LA7 wants to come meet me. How cute. And lastly, of course, is the Japanese. They have just 1 new plane, and that's the Saber. No! There we go. Wait! Viewfighter! Viewfighter! Yeah! Got it before I burned up. Yeah, all the Japanese have... Actually, no, they have 1 other plane, but they have a Saber, which is the F-30. Basically, that's just like with the Germans. Instead of doing paper planes, now I don't know if they're not going to do paper planes anymore or not. I don't know. Hopefully they still do. But this is just a way to easily balance jet battles. Considering that the Japanese, since I started playing, only had the Kai 200 as a jet. So it's nice to actually see a new jet, even if it is a Saber. But it does make sense because after the war, the Japanese did get Sabers from the Americans, so I don't think they actually used them for combat. I don't know. Let's get into Dio for the hell of it. Why not? But yeah, that's gonna be nice to fly. I can't really fly much of my Japanese. Actually, I haven't even gotten the Kai 200 yet, and I still want to. But I've just been busy grinding up my Germans. So that I can at least now, so I can be ready for the new update and get right into the new jets for the Germans. Because that's going to be fun. And then the other plane that the Japanese got was the A6M2 Mod 11, which is right next to like the first A6M2. Or, yeah. But basically just a new Zero, that's all. All you need to know about that. I think that's all for the planes. Then again, there could be some more I forgot. And the dev server has only been up for 2 days, so they might add extra things. Basically, that's the point of the dev server, is to have players play and tell about any bugs. And also get to see what's new to the game. Of course, there's no info about tanks at all. If it's going to be in 1.39 at all yet. I mean, like, people expect it to be, but at the same time, from what I've seen, tanks isn't really finished. Of course, I'm not a part of it, so I can't say that. I've only seen videos, so I can't say that my opinion's legit. But I think they're pretty underdeveloped right now. As in, I don't think it's ready to be released. Hopefully that Spitfire doesn't come up to get me. Wait, did we win? Yes, we won. Thank God. But other than that, that's all I really know about 1.39. I'll put the patch notes in the description if you just want to read through at least the patch notes of when the dev server first went up. They always change. At least that's what it's done with the previous dev servers that have been up. I could put those in, and you can just go through and look around, or you can just get on the dev server, which I would recommend. I'm not gonna make a video for it, so don't ask me. But because there's already videos on YouTube, if you just look for dev server tutorial or something, War Thunder dev server tutorial. I know Antac has a good video if you know who that is. If you follow War Thunder, rather than those of you who are here mostly for Minecraft on my channel, which I'll eventually get back to Minecraft. I haven't been playing it too much in terms of building wise. I've been playing survival just for fun, but I haven't been doing anything spectacular. Other than that, that's all I really got to say for this video. I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I can make some more videos.